This is my personal take on the price of Pi. It has nothing to do with the official figure. I know that most people are skeptical of the Pi network, many have even slowed down their daily mining activities, while others are simply waiting it out. If you don't believe me, check your mining app to see how many people on your team have stopped mining. I hope you understand that I am speaking the truth when I say that the number of non-active pioneers these days is alarming. In some of my previous videos, I have consistently spoken the truth about the Pi network, but because people are eager for the mainnet to launch so that they can sell their Pi and have some cash in their pocket, they have blinded their eyes from reading the truth and their ears from hearing the truth. They only want to see and hear what appears to be good news about the price of Pi, as well as when and where they can sell it for cash. They have also ignored some facts that I have mentioned in previous videos. They are now wondering why it is taking so long and why we do not appear to be on the mainnet. Despite the fact that the mainnet has been launched, some pioneers are wondering if it has actually been launched. So, in this video, I will once again explain what is going on and when transactions are likely to begin. This is the actual mainnet that the particular type of mainnet pioneers are looking for. If you're interested, stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing and pressing the notification bell. This way, you will be notified whenever we upload a new video. Please also take the time to share the video. This may benefit someone else as well as the channel. I greatly appreciate your assistance. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the main video. What were your intentions when you were invited to begin mining Pi? Did you just plan to mine for a short time and then sell and cash out? If that was your motivation for mining Pi in the first place, you have a problem. The reason I'm referring back to when you first started mining Pi is simple. You must determine whether the delay you perceive is caused by the Pi network or by your mindset. I'll try to be more specific. The Pi network set out on this journey with a specific goal in mind. As a result, they published the white paper to further explain the Pi coin concept. They also released the roadmap, which was designed to focus all pioneers' attention on the various steps that might and will occur during the journey. There is a reason why it is called a roadmap map. If you ask me, they did a pretty good job of providing and leading us all to the basic knowledge of mining Pi as well as the expectations of using it when it eventually gets listed, or the idea of using it for the exchange of goods and services. Believe it or not, it is still an idea until we start using it to transact. All of this occurred prior to the start of Pi network mining. I hope I'm making sense. So far, the big question is this, and it's what everyone has been avoiding unintentionally. Have you gone through these documents? Oh, I forgot, I have another question. Have you agreed to the terms of the process outlined in the Pi network's roadmap? Some pioneers have not noticed. Let me rephrase that, because of what we perceive as a delay in launching the mainnet. Most pioneers were unaware that the mainnet was in 2 pauses, which surprised some of you. Before I explain the 2 phases, let me state the obvious. Prior to the launch of the mainnet, there was a lot of speculation. Many people claimed that the Pi network project was a scam, even pointing out some red flags, and the internet was flooded with articles about the Pi network being a scam. However, many people failed to notice that these articles were written by different bloggers or writers for different websites and were similar to one another. This was a clear indication that the articles were being copied and distributed widely. In other words, different people were reading the same article. When I noticed this, I wondered if they were attempting to gain popularity because the crypto market is also driven by speculation. Were these articles based on rumors, or is the Pi network truly a scam? If it is, I will categorize it as a genuine scam. The red flags they raised in the articles were never proven true because the project took an unexpected turn. Consider the release of the Blockchain Explorer, then the Pi wallet, and finally the testnet phase. But do you know why these articles made such a splash and helped so many people? Why not mine Pi? Because some so-called pioneers were only interested in searching the internet for the price of Pi, and when they could sell the coins and become wealthy, the internet became buzzing with the question, what is the price of Pi? But, beneath the surface, the same bloggers were downloading the Pi app and racing to mint the coin. That prompted a question in my mind, so let's return to the 2 mainnet phases. Although Pi network has launched the mainnet, we are still unable to transact. Let me break it down as much as I can because not everyone has the time or inclination to go through the release documents. Yes, I agree that it is lengthy, with a lot of scientific, English, and tedious mathematical representation. Anyway, the long and short of it is that this is the area that points to the mainnet launch. The mainnet will be launched in 2 phases, with the first known as the firewalled mainnet, or enclosed mainnet. This means that pioneers can freely use the Pi generated by the app to buy and pay for goods and services within themselves, as well as transfer within themselves. This simply means that outside of the Pi community, pioneers cannot transfer, withdraw, receive, or exchange Pi for another cryptocurrency. But there's a catch. All of this will be for naught if the pioneer does not perform KYC. I understand that this appears to be a case of starting over. Moving on, how do we, the KYC pioneers, ask? The Pi Network team, also known as the core team, is hard at work designing, developing, and deploying a Pi Network KYC app that will be in charge of this exercise. However, no official date has been set for the completion and release of the KYC app. What we do know is that the KYC app is already being tested. As a result, 50 slots will be distributed to all countries for KYC as a test pilot for the app. We also know that pioneers must complete this process or risk losing their newly minted Pi. Let me quote the official document released by the core team, which you can also find on your Pi app. And I quote, "A pioneer will have a rolling grace period of 6 calendar months to complete KYC. As a result, the pioneer loses all of the Pi mined outside of the 6-month rolling window and is unable to transfer the lost Pi to the mainnet." The open mainnet, also known as the open network, is the second phase of the mainnet. During this phase, all pioneers who have successfully completed their KYC will be able to transact within and outside of the Pi community. Simply put, the main network will not be protected by a firewall. Other crypto communities will be able to transact with Pi Network pioneers. Doesn't that sound good? At this point in the launch, I'm sure everyone wants to be here. Or should I say what everyone was expecting as the mainnet's launch? But I'm not sure why everyone is so surprised. I had mentioned it in previous videos, and I was not speculating. In those videos, I mentioned that the mainnet would be launched on March 14, 2022. I was able to provide this date by following the origin and concept from which the name Pi was derived. I recommend that you watch the videos again to fully comprehend my explanations, and then one more thing. In one of the videos, I also came to my own conclusion about what the likely price of Pi would be. This is my personal opinion on the cost of Pi. It has nothing to do with the official price. The truth is that no one knows what the price of Pi would be, including the core team. But consider this in a different light. In one of my videos, I discussed the importance of the security circle, and months later, the core team emphasized the importance of the security circle. In one of their press releases, I mentioned the significance of the Pi browser. It's strange how the Pi browser has become a home for nearly everything Pi related, including the KYC app. I also discussed the actual date for the mainnet. And lo and behold, the mainnet was launched earlier than I predicted, but it was firewalled with the intention of a second phase launch that will undoubtedly coincide with the date I predicted as the launch date. Now I have a video in which I discuss the price of Pi and give my mathematical conclusion, in English, of the possible and likely price for Pi. Do you think it's not worth watching? I'll leave it at that. My recommendation for anyone watching this video is to find and watch the videos mentioned. The Pi Network playlist on my channel is the best place to start your search. If not for anything else, just for fun. Prepare and be ready. Continue mining in my next video.